All
Okay.
right, we have Pete Weber here, Mexico, with the Marisa Master level Marisa. Let's see what we have in store, and then we're gonna discuss. Right. First, I'm gonna play
Wow.
Marisa. I'm gonna be making mistakes here and there. See if you can pick it up, and yeah, and then I'm gonna play something more Street Fighter 6. Right.
Sounds good.
Nebraska, FGC.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like I have to step up, right? I think I need to uh, put some gas on the pedal against masters above 1500s.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely not pulling any punches here.
Good.
Whoa!
No.
Easy there, cowboy. you're swinging. You're swinging. You're swinging, dude. You're swinging. I can see. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm still having a little trouble doing cortical backs on leverless.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep. Same brain cell activated. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go with Ryu now. Then
Okay.
I'm gonna my poor Ryu. It's definitely not so good, but we'll see. We'll see.
Probably better than mine.
Then your Ryu?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Ooh. Ow.
Nope.
Oh, come on. I thought I waited long enough for that to actually hit. Alright. I see you. I see you.
Yeah.
Ooh. Come on.
Oops.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Damn, that was terrible. that was so bad. Those two things right there. What the hell? I mean, the second one, okay, but the first one was like, what? What? Hmm. Oh, what am I pressing then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Conditioning.
Shit.
Ow. Oh, what am I doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Oh fuck, wasn't true.
Oh.
Yeah.
I tried that 3 times already. until finally. Oh, whoops. Oh, that's not it. Damn. Ooh. Oh.
Damn.
I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
I'm gonna try. Meep meep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It paid off.
True.
All right, let's go into the training area at the bottom. Oops. All right, so I have to say that it's the way you play is pretty impressive for your level, but the drops are heavy, dude. The drops
Yeah.
are really heavy. All right, turn on input history display for player 1 and player 2.
Do we need the frame meter at all?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah.
All right.
You maybe have all the information, but still, you know, it's not a bad thing to go over the things, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Your neutral is pretty goodish. I say goodish because all you do, you come here and you establish this point, and it's like, yeah, nobody's is coming at me, right? You block a lot of the crouching medium kick into drivers, and that was, you know, that's pretty good. But the thing is, you're constantly doing the same thing, right? You're always doing the same thing, right? It's like, okay, so you're here, and it's like, okay, you're a fortress, right? And that's all right, but you have to add something else to that kind of gameplay, right? Like you have to get out of the space, come in, you know, try to check, try to get a whiff punish, try to establish a Gladius range and all that, right? And if nothing happens, then, you know, you have to establish a better structure offensive, like the phalanxes, the repeated phalanx to try and approach, or I don't know, you were maybe trying to read the fireballs and all that. Then it was like, okay, so you can get one of those in, but then, you know, third, fourth, fifth, it's like they're not going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
You definitely need to chill that down on the attempts to make the read, right? So you try once, it doesn't work, then you just let it play. You make me think, for example, when I was playing a Ryu, that you can handle the fireball pressure without too many issues, right? But by parrying, by just blocking, by neutral jumping, all that stuff, right? Then when you manage to get that phalanx out of my mental stack, then you can throw it out. But I was just baiting you all of the time with it.
Yeah.
Overall, I only saw one anti-air, which is not good, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, anytime I've tried to anti-air people, I usually do it like a little bit too late, and I'm just like, oh man, awesome, cool, I whiffed. But
yeah, yeah. I also maybe I'm wrong, but I'm on the belief that you're constantly thinking about your character, right? This is something that happened in between Diamond 4 and Diamond 3. It's like you're still trying to figure out some things that you don't stop to analyze what the opponent is trying to do to you, right? Sometimes it feels like you're trying to observe, but then you're observing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna jump and see what happens, and I don't see the reaction, right? Which tells me that you're either thinking about something else, or I don't know exactly what's going on there, given that your level is pretty good. I'd say it's really good, right? I don't know what's going on with your inputs, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I used to play mostly on stick. That's pretty much all I've played since like I was a kid. So like doing quarter circle back inputs literally like are still tough for me, especially on the player 2 side, but on the player 1 side, yeah, it's really easy. Oops, sorry. But yeah, yeah, like
funny.
it's just.
It's funny because most of the times the ring finger is the finger that is not actually, exercised enough. Like I had a lot of issues doing this because the ring finger was a pain, right? But
yeah,
everybody's different, I guess, right? What things do you feel are kind of dragging you back? What do you think you should be working on besides the corner defense? We can talk about it in a little bit, but there's more, right? There's more to it that I want to see if you can spot it for yourself.
I think it's like mostly like when people are pressing buttons on me, whether it's like Marisa or any other character, I just do not know how to deal with that pressure, because anytime I try to press, it like either trades or like the trades in their favor, and I'm just like, all right, I have to like drive reversal out, and then I'm just like, okay, they blocked it, I just wasted 2 bars of meter, and now I just got punish countered because they have faster buttons than me. Same with like the anti-airs. I think like I get this, like it kind of sucks, but like I think it's just me mistiming it, really.
It doesn't suck at all, dude. I mean, it's not the best. It's not a Shoryuken, of course, but
yeah,
it's definitely not terrible, dude. Especially, it gets so damn high, and if you manage to land this, it's gonna be hell for your opponent, right?
Oh, definitely.
But the thing is that Marisa is one of the few characters, now Bison also has it, that you get a knockdown after that. Well, it's not a hard knockdown, but a knockdown nonetheless. So it's very, very advantageous that you can do that. All right. Let's discuss about the mechanical aspect and how you can improve on this, right? How you can actually not drop the combos. Yeah, you're having trouble from this side, right? Okay, so I want you to do Gladius, like a couple Gladius with the light Gladius, which is the fastest.
Oh yeah.
Keep going. Alright, so I noticed that you do what not a lot of people do, right? You finish your motion, and then you press the button, right? That's actually something very important to keep in mind. I don't know if you do it on because you want to do it. Yeah, see there, and there it's just messy, right? When you come into the training area, you definitely want to have the cleanest input as possible, right? You want to do like you're missing out like right now. You started kind of messing it up a little bit, right? You try to do the motion, finish the motion, and then press the button, right? And in there you're trying to, I don't know if it's because you're trying to rush it a little bit or whatnot, but see, you're finishing the motion with the button, right? You're doing this, and you shouldn't be doing that. You should just go and let it go, right? So when you come into training, you do 10 each side, like this. And if you mess up with, I don't know, with something like this, then just start over, right?
Yeah. So like, should I be inputting the punch button like right when like, when I'm like,
you do the motion, you let it go and into neutral, and then press the button. You press the button when you finish your motion completely, right?
Yeah.
All right,
So like that.
how? Yeah, exactly like that. You started pretty good, and then you started for some reason falling down. Now, what you also need to do is try to get a sense on how slow you can actually do the motion, right? Like if I do something like this, as you can see, like it's super slow. So you need to practice. You need to also practice this, right? Not like going into full speed, but rather slow it down. It's harder than it sounds. Like going into very slow mode, as you can see, sometimes it's not coming out, but still, it's a very good practice, right? The phalanx motion. How are you doing? How are you doing the phalanx?
So I do forward and then down. That's how I got taught, because I have a lot of friends that play on leverless, and like they just told me like, yeah, an easy way to do DPs is like forward and then tap down.
Forward and tap down. Well,
Yeah.
that is okay-ish, right?
Yeah.
Well, Marisa doesn't really need it as much, but if you want to actually practice the motion, you do forward and then a gladius, right? That's what you should be doing, right? There are other things and other shortcuts. Do it again, like forward and then a gladius.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're not doing it. You're doing forward down. Yeah, you're doing forward down forward. Like look at my inputs, right? You're looking at, you have my inputs on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have one way of doing it like this, which is like forward into down, like reverse quadricycle forward and then forward, or you can do forward and quadricycle forward, right? This is like the most perfect way to do it, I guess.
Okay.
So if you want to practice your motion and get the feeling on actually doing the thing when you want to do it, like you want to do the same, right? Finish your motion and then do the thing, right?
Yeah.
And don't have it as messy as you are doing it right now, right? That you do forward into neutral and then quadricycle forward, right? There we go. That's a lot better. See?
Okay.
I know.
I didn't know there was like a lot of like there's like a lot of ways with like leverless that I'm still not like, I still don't know, because like I said, I've been playing on stick pretty much all my life. So if there's any like better shortcut, I'm more than down to try it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most classic way of doing it, like forward down, quadricycle forward. There's another shortcut which is like hold forward, then hold down, then holding up and pressing the button, which is that's the levelless way, right? Hold forward, then hold down, then hold up, and then press the button.
Hold forward, down,
and then up.
What was that?
Up
and then up.
Yeah, but like in a fluid motion. See, that's the most levelless way to do the DP, right? Forward, down, and then up.
Oops.
It might be difficult at the beginning, but yeah, you don't release the buttons, and then you just press. Right? You don't release down and or forward, right? You do forward, hold, down, hold, up, hold, and then button, right? That's the most levelless way to do the thing, right? But I honestly would recommend you heavily to do like the classic way, right? You forward, down, forward into a perfect motion, right? Try to do the perfect motion way. It will build a lot of consistency when actually trying to input the thing. The problem with how you would thought is that when you are in neutral, like at this range, for example, and you want to jump a Hadouken, right? Pressing forward and then pressing, tapping down, you can get forward a little bit way too much, and you might get hit by the fireball instead of standing right here, right? You might walk a little bit too much instead of actually getting the thing, right? Maybe, just maybe, right? Alright, I want to see you doing this combo. Wait, hold on. Let me hit you. This, her basic BMB into this, into that.
Oops.
All right, again. Yeah, the DP for whatever reason you're pressing multiple times forward. I believe. But
Oh.
multiple. You're pressing the buttons too many times. Like you're trying to mash the DP maybe, or
Uh, I'd be like, once I like hit them with like back heavy punch, then like I just like hold forward, and then like I just tap down, and I guess I'm trying to do it as soon as possible, maybe.
I see. Okay, so your inputs are a little bit messy, right? So yeah, when you come into practice, you want to do it as perfectly as you can. Try to slow it down as much as you can without over pressing buttons. Like look, see my inputs there,
Yeah.
like back heavy punch into the perfect motion DP.
Yes.
That will build a lot of consistency, right? Especially,
Mhm.
particularly slowing it down will definitely build that muscle memory, so you don't get a miss, right? The
Mhm.
same happens with weird combos like this, into this, then maybe this again, this, and then this, right? So
Yeah.
as you can see, my inputs are pretty clean because I'm right here in the training and I'm focusing really hard into
Mhm.
making clean inputs, not pressing more buttons than I should.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's how you want to come into your training session in the lab to perform like even more complicated combos. Maybe something like this into this, right? And like for example, forward heavy kick target combo. It's just two forward kick presses. You don't
Yeah.
need to be like this, right? You can do this
Yeah.
when you're playing and you're having fun and it's like yeah whatever this, right? You can
Yeah.
do that stuff during your gameplay, but when you come into training, you definitely want to improve on that, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna DI, and you're gonna DI back, and you're gonna do the back heavy punch combo. All right.
Wait. Sorry. What did I need to do?
You counter DI, and then you do the back heavy punch into back heavy punch combo, right? This
Yeah.
into this, right?
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. I see. Oops. Did it too late.
Yeah, see,
Uh,
your inputs are all over the place. So I don't know how you're handling the mental stack of performing the combo. So when we practice these things, or at least when I used to practice it, these
mhm.
things, when I landed this, it's like my brain just shut down, and then I start executing the combo without absolutely, it's automatic, right? It goes into autopilot. So
Yeah.
when you do that, when you get to that level of execution, what you should be doing is pay attention a lot to the drive gauge of your enemy, to your own drive gauge.
Mhm.
If you can kill with the combo, like for example, maybe I hit you with this, and then I'll be like on the lookout to see if I can take enough of your life to actually perform the level 3 and kill you, right? But
Yeah.
to be able to make those decisions on the fly, I have to, be able to perform these combos with almost blindfolded, so to speak, right?
Mhm.
So if I hit you with this in here, and I know that I might kill, I go for this into this, and then this, and then the super, right? Instead of
Yeah.
your typical ender for the safe jump.
Yeah.
Um, um, okay, what else? Your spacing and your when I was joking about this is entirely different, right? If you have any
Yeah.
questions about execution, something you want to go over, some combo routes that you don't really understand, I saw once that you tried to go for like punish counter this into this, and then like kick into Dima, and you didn't get it out. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you haven't practiced that much,
I
but
not as much as I should have, but I was trying it out a couple days ago.
mhm. All right. All right. Let's try it then. I'm gonna whiff that button and you just press heavy punch. I'm noticing that even on training, you like to keep this space right here, right? Marisa doesn't like to be in this button. Marisa, you don't want to play Marisa. At least not all the time in this range. This range is not so good for her, right? She wants to stay at least at this range, right? When you can hit with the top of the heavy gladius, but not pressing the heavy gladius. You shouldn't be using heavy gladius as much, right? So if we're playing neutral right here, and I'm doing gladius at you, right? I'm doing gladius against somebody, and I see them walking backwards and whatnot. Then I'll maybe do this, trying to catch them, you know. It's like, oh, did you figure out this range? Then I'll just hold this and see if I can catch them, right?
Yeah.
But definitely you should be using light gladius only in neutral, and you know, the space you want to cover is this space, right? This is where she shines. What you do is not bad, but the problem is that you constantly do the same thing, right? You fall into pattern gameplay, which is something that you should avoid. Alright, so I'm gonna whiff this button, and you're gonna press the heavy kick, and you're gonna try and perform that combo right there.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Easy.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Yeah.
how it is. Yeah, you should just practice it a little bit more, and again, try to implement the training tools that I just gave you, right? Try to slow down the combos, not over pressing buttons. Like when you do this, don't press 1,000 times heavy kick. Like just do 2 heavy kicks into nothing, right?
Yeah.
And then just wait for the drive rush. This, blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
I know that I personally also do it. Like when we hit this, you know, waiting for the next smash up is kind of, you know, we do this a lot. Not because we're timing it, but it's like, just waiting, right? But again, try to do it in the training. Try not to do it, right?
Yeah, just like, are you talking about like mashing and stuff?
Yeah, particularly when when we want to get this out, it's like we overpress the buttons, right? And you shouldn't be doing that, right? You should be just pressing it 2 times, and that's it, right? Let's see, what should we talk about? Okay, so her neutral, right? What you should be doing in neutral, because I noticed that your neutral is a little bit bland, right? It lacks complexity, it lacks variety. Like there's some things that you don't do that you should be doing, and another thing is like when I was joking saying that you're swinging, it's like when you're neutral as Marisa, or as anybody, right? This is for anything. When you're neutral right here and you whiff a button, you should be very, very aware of the situation and what's happening. Why are you whiffing this button, right? Is your opponent making you whiff the button, right? So if I'm doing this right here and I'm constantly backing up and make you whiff buttons, you should definitely stop and be aware of that situation, because I might be looking just to make a whiff punish on you, right?
Yeah.
So instead of stopping and be like, okay, so I'm not gonna give buttons to you to punish. I'm just gonna do something else. I'm gonna approach and I'm gonna do the same to you. You kept pressing buttons and doing stuff like, oh, you throw this and then you do this, do stuff, and you were just whiffing, right? And that's definitely not a good thing, right? Were you gonna ask something?
I was actually, give me 1 second. My roommate's trying to ask me something.
Okay, good. All right.
All right, be right back.
If you've come to fight, then fight!
All right, sorry about that. I'm back.
That's fine.
Now you know history.
Okay, so let's discuss about neutral, right? Let's talk
Yes.
a little bit about the psychology in the game, right?
Mhm.
So why I want your answer on why are you doing this, right? Why do you do this? The neutral dance.
I guess just to like weave in and out, and also like try to like take up some space, like inch my way forward, while still like being able to like block. It's literally like people like know how to deal with like Gladius and stuff, and like they just do a low, and then it just gets beaten out. So like I'm like inching my way forward while also just like trying to like block my toes, basically.
Hmm. Is that
That-
it? Is that your full
Yes.
answer? Okay. Right.
Yes.
So you're missing one of the things that most people miss out on. Why is this something to be done, right? And
Yeah.
again, it shows particularly what I was talking to you about. It's like you're constantly looking for the same thing, like to go forward and to block, which is partially fine. But again, what you should be looking for when you do this is this is a tool to study your opponent, right? And to be able to handle your own mental stack, right? So for example, maybe we are here, and then this is a bad situation for Marisa. You don't want to be here without pressing buttons, right? So if we are here, then I'll be doing this, and then I'll get space, right?
Yeah.
And when I get space, then I'll try to see what you're up to, right? So to handle the mental stack, when you are in this range, right? If I push you away, right? Then at this range, I will almost solely be looking for either Gladius at that range, because I can punish it. But that's just matchup information. But what you should be thinking of is how the area and what is contesting the area, right? So at this range, the only thing that can happen that it's actually important for you to deal with is the jumping, right?
Yeah.
At this range, you should definitely deal with that, right? Whatever way it is, you can do that. You can just do the Gladius or the light Gladius particularly, or that anti-air, the Dima, right? At this range, none of my normals will hit you, right? And well, obviously because it's a mirror match, none of yours will also hit you, right? But then we start doing this, and then we start crossing the barriers on what is actually safe, right? At this range, I will almost absolutely guarantee that I will be pressing something, right? I'll be trying to push you away with this, or at least I'm gonna try and do the space trap, right? I'm gonna try and space trap you and see if I can catch some buttons, and then I do this into that, right? I will not, or at least I will try not to allow you to come into this range, right? I will try to push you away as much as I can, right? And if I'm not pushing you away, I'm pushing myself away from whatever button you're doing, right? And if definitely if I'm on an area of a screen that is not beneficial for me, like from right here, if you start getting close, I'll start trying to get space, because at this range I cannot be pressing back, right? Again, against you, I will just try as much to hold my ground, because you like to move forward way too much, right? But usually, right? Usually you want to stay away from your longest reaching normal in order to we can poke with this, but as you can see, sometimes, right?
Yeah, you get it.
But you want to gather the information, right? What is your opponent trying to do? What is he doing? How is he walking? Everything, right? Then when we reach this threshold right here, this is red area, right? Nobody will stay at this range for more than 3 seconds, right? Something is gonna happen. If it's not happening, then what you definitely don't want to do is just stand up and walk away. You cannot be doing that. Not as Marisa. Definitely not as Marisa, right? I think you have that in you, but I feel that you don't really understand it to the deep, to a deeper level, right? So why are you?
I definitely don't. Yeah.
Yeah, why you're just here and yeah, I'm blocking my ankles. I don't want to get hit, but there's much more to that, and there's much more that you can even do if nothing is happening, right? So if nothing is happening, then you can maybe do this and you bait your opponent into wasting the bars, right? And also, when you do this, right, if absolutely nothing is happening, then you can do this into this, or you know, you can push people away, and you get your your preferred range, which again is this one, right? You don't want to be too close to people most of the time, right? Unless you know you're pushing your buttons, you're doing your pressure, and then you know you need to wait out it. You're playing a heavy character, you're playing a heavy hitter. She's not really that oppressive, right? She can be oppressive sometimes, like if you do this into this, then you can, you know, you can do these things, but I don't know if you notice anything particular from me playing, but when I was doing, I don't know, when I was doing this into this, and you just block it, then automatically I just I went for this. Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. All right.
My fault.
When you block this, right? I went for this, right? Just to keep pressure to get more space, and then walk away, right? And then stay at the preferred range that I want, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you have the room to walk around. Like since I'm in the corner, like you basically have more room than I do to move around, so you can definitely like start baiting like my buttons out. Like if I'm trying to get out of the corner as fast as possible or whatever, I could like whiff something and then I just get punish countered, and then you know.
Yeah. Let's talk about, since you asked in the beginning, let's talk about corner defense, and then and that thing about, you know, people just jumping out, just jumping away from you and whatnot. If you, for whatever reason, decide to go for this, know that there's, you know, the chance that they would just jump away from it. There's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Like if you decide to go for this into that, then the only way they can get away from that is mashing on time or just jumping away. So so forget about that. You cannot do anything about it. What can you do if you're I don't know, crouch block, for example? So if you come here, you do this, you try to do, well, the thing is that if you do this into block, you definitely cannot be you know, throwing something slow, right? Because you don't really get much to do after this is blocked, right? So you do this and then you do that and you avoid people from jumping away. So you try your buttons, you try your offensive, nothing is coming in, right? And then what you do is you stand right here under the timer. This range right here is very, very important. Under the timer means that most of the normals that people will throw will whiff, and also if they jump forward at me, you will land right in front of me, right? And when you land in front of me, I will just do something like this, and I will just push you back into the corner, right? And then it's like I like to make the analogy that this is a cage, right? And this is the door. The door is right here, and you need to keep it closed, right? If you happen to do something like this, then people might just do something like that. They might just start walking forward. You can bait that out. So if I do, for example, if I do this and you're right there, I could do this, trying to make you guess that you can get out, and then, you know, I will push back in, right? But definitely you don't want to be walking all the way over here. Like you're giving away the corner. I always tell people that, why are you giving away the corner walking backwards like that from the corner? You shouldn't be doing that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to, you know, keep the timer as reference, and because, you know, against Marisa, I guess I'll stand like all the way over here because of the Gladius. But against most characters, I just stand like right over here, right? My Gladius is gonna hit. This will hit. Everything will hit, but they will most likely whiff, right?
Yeah.
So this is something that you need to keep in mind, right? And if they happen to, you know, if you're here, they happen to jump forward and you didn't react with your anti-air, as soon as they touch the ground, you press your light target combo, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to? I don't know. Maybe you want. Do you want to drill, trying to protect the corner? Okay,
Sure.
I'm gonna try to escape the corner, right? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another thing that we will discuss a little bit in the future, like in a little bit. Like why do you think this was the go-to button right there? You have to know that I want to escape the corner, and you have to know that people will want to get rid of staying there, right? And then you need to analyze what your opponent is doing, right? But to be able to use this button effectively, you definitely need to find the pattern of your opponent. What are they doing? If they are constantly doing this, right? Like for example, I want to get out, right? And if I'm doing this constantly over and over, then you can just walk back and whiff punish it, right? If you don't see me jumping, but the problem is that if you ever see me, try to jump, or you don't know, or you don't have the the information of what I'm trying to do, then you shouldn't be throwing charging Gladius way too much, or throwing that button out there, right? All right, let's go at it again. I'm gonna try and escape the corner. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I will continue and escape the corner. All right. Okay, let's escape the corner again. All right. All right. So something that you definitely need to know is, okay, so do the forward heavy kick into Gladius. Okay, you don't want to be using the heavy version, right? The heavy version pushes Marisa way too much forward, right? And you actually want to stay away, right? So what you need to use is the light version, right? Oh my god. So the light version pushes you, doesn't push you forward afterwards, right? So you do this into this, and as you can see, look where I am, right? And another thing that you need to understand, that non-charged Gladius is -5, dude. You cannot be pressing medium punch after doing this to me. Well, at least the heavy one, and expect this to hit unless it's the corner and you go for that, right? But it's a bad idea to try and press something after the Gladius, right? Understand that it's a -5 button. That's big, right? All right, let's try again, and then we'll switch places, all right? All right, I'm out. See,
Yeah, literally.
All right, again. How did that even come out? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's switch places, and you try to escape the corner.
Okay.
Oh, now you perform the damn combos.
My fault.
All right, go back in the corner. Okay. Oh, that thing. You're so good. You're so good at doing that, by the way. I don't get punished by doing this enough, and you keep doing the Gladius right at the moment that hits. Oh! You don't respect your own armor, dude. you don't respect Marisa enough, apparently. Alright, so Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's how you deal with that's how you're supposed to try and keep people off the in the corner, right? It's not gonna be
Yeah.
perfect. It's difficult to actually do the thing, but yeah. If you see that your offense is not coming in, it's when they block, then you do that, right? But if you happen to get like a knockdown, this knockdown, your frame killed into this. Oh, whoops. Or then you can just do that, of course, and being at risk. But you need to put some pressure at some point, right? You do pressure, you do this into this, and then that, and then you reset, and then you wait for them to make a mistake, and then you wait to see if they jump. If they don't jump, then you throw your stuff. Right? So why did I do that heavy kick right there, right? So I see that you're doing absolutely nothing to escape the corner, and I want to keep your pressure at it. I'm right here. I'm just waiting for you to try and escape jumping. I need to focus on that to be able to do that. Nothing happens. All right, so I just throw that out. See? So that's like how you handle the mental stack. Like you wait a little bit for something that it's very, very annoying, which is people jumping away. And then if it doesn't happen, then you start doing other stuff, right? I like to tell people that the game is it's pulsating, right? It's like a heartbeat. It's like sometimes it's like tuk, 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 tuk. And when people execute things, when you have this feeling like, how did this person knew that I was going to do that, and then they jump away? It's because of that rhythm, right? That rhythm in the game, right? So if we're here, for example, and I do this to you, block, I give you block. This beat of the game is like truk 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 truk. See, I expect something to happen in between those heartbeat, and if it doesn't happen, then it means that it is very, very unlikely for it to happen, right? It's very important that you get this feeling of rhythm into the game, right? Sometimes it can be super offbeat and people will just jump when you're not ready, but
yeah,
usually, especially when you start pressing buttons, like if I do something like this, block. So I do this, I do this. As you can see, that pop, that feeling, that rhythm, it'll stick in your head, and you will try to do something on that rhythm, right? That's something that happens. It's very above and beyond the level, but that's how it is.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
All right. Let's see. Okay. So any questions so far?
Not at the moment, no.
All right. I'm gonna try and do an exercise with you, but I don't want to be Marisa because choose a character.
Let's just go with Ryu.
Yeah, Ryu, right? This is gonna be an exercise in neutral, right?
Yeah.
I haven't done this to any Marisa player because of, again, she's not playing Street Fighter 6. She's doing something completely different. All right, so again, turn on the input history display and the frame meter. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, right? I'm gonna be here. You're gonna go into the big middle screen, and what we're gonna do, just using normals, we're gonna try to push each other to one of the corners, right? No jump in, just regular hits, right?
Just full on ground game, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can do your target combo, or you can do whatever, but only normals, right?
Okay,
let's go. Holy shit.
Oops, sorry.
Nope. No Gladius allowed. Holy shit, dude! I didn't even know how difficult and stressful this is against Marisa.
Yeah, it's rough.
Oh, ah!
I'm like actively trying not to do a special.
Oof, bro, this is the hardest I've ever. Oh my god! Ah! Wow, this is so hard, dude. Normally this is a lot easier than this. All right, I got cornered. So you go now. I go into the middle one, and you go into the other one. No, normally, no, stay there. So normally I do this in a mirror, right? But you know, because Marisa's neutral is kind of weird. I tried to switch characters, but it seemed not to be the best best choice. All right, let's try at it. Marisa, dude, she pushes you so far. I never noticed that. All right, let's try it. Oh no jumping.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try and do the anti Marisa tech. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay. I got you now. All right. So the problem is that you make me go slower than what I should be. Right? I try to slip in, you know, my buttons, but because your button pushes me out so damn much, I cannot be just, you know, throwing things, right? Okay, go ahead. Go back again.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. Yellow card.
Ah, goddamn. Sorry. Forced to have it.
Yellow card for you. Oh my god. Alright. So the idea of this exercise is for you to try and understand the neutral of your character. What is your character trying to do? What does it do? What's the interaction that you get from your own buttons, and what are the weaknesses when actually going in neutral against her, or I mean with her, right? So as you saw, a lot of her normals pushes people away so damn much that you cannot be pressing more, right? You cannot be doing stuff, but that means
Like-
that.
Like, are you talking about me pressing or my opponent pressing?
You pressing, right?
Okay.
If you press something like, I don't know, crouching medium kick, right? Like, look at this. Look how far I am. I cannot. Yeah, see? I'm super far away, so I'm gonna need to, you know, keep going forward
Yeah.
if I want to actually push you, right? But the problem is that you have your ankles right there, right? And if you try to make it too fast, right? If you try not to be, I mean, if you try to be fast and you try to push me, then you get knocked down, and then I can do some stuff, right?
Yeah.
So in neutral, there's a lot going on in neutral, right? If we just do this at this range, you know that I'm looking to punish whatever you throw out right there, right?
Yeah.
So, but there's another thing that I can do that you can also do with Marisa, is that you push your opponent so far back that they think it's their turn to press buttons and they suddenly whiff, right? So if I do
Yeah.
this to you, I do this, right? What exactly are you gonna press that might hit me, right? Maybe you can do a standing heavy kick, maybe you can, but I'll be on the lookout for whatever else, and then I will punish you, right?
Yeah.
So you should be doing the same. The exercise is not just randomly pressing buttons, but actually trying to watch what your opponent is doing, right? What's the pattern, right?
Mhm.
All right, let's try again. Now that you have this information, let's try this again. See if you pick that something on that, right? All right.
Okay.
Oh jeez, Marisa. Oh, that standing heavy kick, dude. Opa. Ooh. Too strong.
Mhm.
Eh.
My fault. My fault.
How? My God, dude. See what you're doing there? Like, why I'm hitting you with this, right?
Mhm.
And then after that, you're pressing a button for what? Oh, but sorry.
Bless you.
For whatever reason, you're pressing a button after I hit you with this on a punish counter. Why?
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Pay attention to those things, right? Don't be pressing buttons on situations that are very, very, not on your advantage, right?
Mhm.
Okay, let's go. My God, I'm trying to aim for her foot in front, and it's like I cannot possibly do it. Oh, whoops.
Ah, goddamn! I accidentally buffered it.
Oh, Marisa! Ah. I cannot get past that standing heavy kick. It's too strong.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. All right, corner. All right, let's try something. Let's try something else. I'm gonna go Marisa myself and see.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be better for me to go Ryu, but no way. Let's go into the mirror match. This is how I usually do it, right?
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I just play like one of my friends. She's like a really good Ryu and
Mhm.
Akuma, so like I just wanted to see if I could like get you to like try some of this stuff. I guess with like Shoto specifically,
No,
but it is kind of hell.
it's very
It's
difficult. It's very
Yeah.
difficult. All right. No, you come into the middle. All right.
Okay.
Let's go. Ooh. That's punishable.
What is?
The medium punch, that one is -8. So try to be not to be doing it as much.
Okay.
This is hell. Punish. Oh, I didn't press it. There!
Already in the
I
corner.
got you to the corner! Alright. Go. Oof! Get over there, please! Ah! Alright, corner. Wow. Dude, this is for real. Marisa. Holy shit.
Here, one second. I gotta turn on the input history. There we go.
Okay. So this will give you a better idea on how. By the way, you're not using this nearly as enough as you should, right? You should be using this more, right? Like if you crouch block for a second. Like if I do this from right here and you try to press a light, then you will get space trap, right?
Huh,
You know,
I see.
You know this?
No,
or not?
no, I didn't. I didn't. I legit didn't. No.
Alright, so I didn't go over the buttons and how you should be using them because I thought that maybe this information was not gonna be relevant, but I guess that I should go with it like a very crash course into the buttons. You want to do that? Alright.
Yes, because I've been watching God, I forget. It's like Zach Hank on
Zach
like
Henke, yep.
yeah. Like I've been watching his videos and I've been trying to like understand more about spacing traps, just because like he showed off like some easy ones, but like I legit didn't know this button specifically space traps. So like a light can whiff if they mash it. I legit didn't know that. There's like the reason I like did this lesson is mostly because like I could be taught something that I didn't even know that I could be doing a lot more, like literally forward medium punch. I didn't know like on block it literally spacing trapped them to hit them with like a medium or honestly whatever really.
Yeah, okay, so let's go into the very crash course. I go into you could look another of my coaching sessions that I go really deep into what the buttons are for, right? The standing leg kick, very good to to get into in the middle of people pressing mediums, right? You do this, you do this. This pretty common knowledge, right? But in neutral, right? If nothing is happening, then you can throw this out, right? It's also pretty good. Then the jumping, right? The jumping and the crossover, right? This most people just go this into this, right?
Yeah.
But you can actually do this, right? It combos into this. If you do it low enough, it'll combo, right? If you get a counter hit, then it's a lot easier. If you get a punish counter, then it's a lot easier. But if you do it really low, then you can combo into the medium target combo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this kick is not so good. Like if you get a counter hit off that, then you can do that into this, right? Which leads to my next the next button, the light punch. This thing is really good. There's a parry window after the first one. Like if you block the first one, then you can try and parry the second one. And it's almost very easy to get that, right? But because this is kind of oppressive, then you should be using it more to get the tiny bit of pressure and attack the drive gauge, right? Drive rush this into this combos, right? You know that?
No.
Oh, you didn't know? Okay, let's go over why things combo and why they don't, right? Nope. So if I do this to you, I'm +3, right? So if I drive rush, I get 4 more frames, and that would be +7, right?
Oh, okay.
it's the same as getting a punish counter, right? Punish counter adds 4 frames to whatever you're countering, right? So if you do like a light quadriga at me, at that range I can do this into that, right? Because I get a punish counter from this, which is 3 frames plus 4 frames. You get 7 frames, and you can do this, right?
Yeah.
All right. So drive rush this into this. It's something neat to have. Right? You can catch people like trying to check. You do this, right? And then I'm doing this suddenly to try and keep you off of space. And then when you see me doing this, then you can just throw this out, right? It's not the greatest thing ever, but again, when you do different things in the game, when you at least try different things in the game, you start overloading your opponent's mental stack, right? And then he starts thinking about so many different things that you're doing that he cannot keep up, right? So so maybe I'm here, I'm throwing this out, I'm doing stuff like that into Gladius, blah blah blah, and then he might not be expecting this, right? Or he might be, but you need to be testing this stuff, right? Yeah, one thing I noticed is that you didn't jump at me as much as I think you should have been doing, but that's beyond the point. Jumping, right? If you try to cross me up from that range, I can easily do that, and especially in the corner when you're trying to push pressure and they try to jump away, then you can do this, right? The light punch. All right. Medium kicks, they are only good for taking some space. You should definitely when you use them, you definitely should be going backwards and not forward. You shouldn't be using this into walking forward as much, right? You should be just doing this into going back, or this into going back. It's like just a regular poke. But they start being good when you drive rush. You're gonna do this into this. When you get a knockdown, right? You usually go for this, right?
Yeah.
The problem with this is that if you wake up with DI, right? If you wake up with DI, I cannot do anything about it, right? I cannot press it back. But if I do the medium kick, right? Then I can absolutely wake up DI. Wake up DI.
Oh, wait.
No! Ow! Let me hit you with the Gladius and then wake up the eye, alright?
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, whoops! Now I messed it up. Alright. See, I can just give it back to you, right? So you should sometimes try to drive rush into this instead of the heavy punch, right?
Yeah.
Just sometimes, dude. You need to add just for the fact that you might get DI'd, and you need to check. Alright, so that's for the and this kick right here, right? On wake up, you can make it combo into the medium punch target combo if you do it deep meaty, right? If you do this and then you time it correctly, there we go, right? You can make it combo, but it's really difficult. Like right there, it's not gonna combo, right? Ever. This is just plus. Oh wait, this is just +6, right? +6. Yeah, if you get a counter hit, you get 2 more frames. If you get a punish counter, you get 4 more frames, and then you can do that. But you can also do it on wake up. So against characters with armor like Marisa, this is a good thing, right? Especially if you see them waking up with this a lot, or well, not that I guess, but with this a lot, then you can do the drive rush, crouching medium kick. Well, jumping in, this is very good. It reaches the horizontal space. It's very, very long reach, right? And if you jump in from long range, you definitely want to do this instead of doing this that might whiff.
The heavy kick, yeah.
Yeah, you want to be doing this, right? Sometimes, right? And that combos into this as well. So you can also get something out of that. Alright, so the medium punch. Let's talk about the forward medium punch. It's really, really important that you get this tool out there, right? Especially against people that are just waiting for you to do something, and then you can set the game in motion by doing this, right? You can do multiple things, and it's a very, very heavy rock, paper, scissors game, right? So we already discussed that if you do this at a certain range, the crouching light punch will whiff, and that'll give you, the punish counter, right? Maybe they will try to, you do this, and they try to do it to get 2 lights out there. They will, one of them will whiff, and then you do that, right? So the thing about that button is that you cannot, or you shouldn't be like going nilly-willy into pressing this into that all the time, right? You cannot just do that. You need to observe your opponent and try to catch what they are doing, right? Because if you press crouching medium punch, right? You press crouching medium punch. I cannot. Well, I shouldn't be. Yeah, I should absolutely not be able to get this out there.
So, did I have to do something after that?
No, you just need to press it at the right time, right? If you do it at the right time, there we go. See, if I try to do the medium, I cannot do anything, right? See, it will always counter. The problem is that if you always do that, then that happens, right?
Yeah.
If I'm too close, then that happens, right? I can interrupt you with this, and then if I see it, I can go into this, right? If I see it. Another thing that can happen, right? If you try to counter it again, right? If you see people pressing buttons all the time against this, then you can do that, right?
Yeah.
And then you can get some damage out, or you can get a grab or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So as you can see, there's always a counter to a counter to a counter after this, right? This button will put a lot of pressure into your opponent, right? Marisa doesn't like people near, so she will start trying to push them away, and people know this, and people definitely don't want to have Marisa on very close. This is very scary to have this girl on top, right?
Yeah.
So you definitely want to introduce using this button a little bit more and try to see what the reaction of your opponent, and if you get a counter hit after that, then or a punish counter, then you can do this, right? And you get a knockdown. Have you ever practiced looking at for the counter hit button? For the counter hit sign, right? Have you ever practiced that?
No, but I like usually I don't look at it directly, but I see it pop up if it comes up on my it's kind of hard not to notice if it comes up on me or my opponent.
Right. So because you haven't really been using this button, I recommend you go into the lab and putting your opponent into random block and random counter, and then actually reacting to the fact that you got the sign, right? Because if you don't get anything and you get a hit and you continue with the combo, right? Let me hit you and then block the rest. And you do that, then it's bad news, right?
Yeah.
I for the heavy buttons, well, there's this and there's this. You already know that. You use this a lot, but you were using the wrong Gladius button. You almost always want to use the light button, right? So if you try and press crouching medium punch after this, block, right? So if you do this into that and you press crouching medium punch, see what happens, right?
Yeah, it's I get pushed too far, I get whip punished. Yeah.
But if I use the heavy, then you didn't know that?
Hold up. Oh, do it again.
I mean, I can still block, by the way, but yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't see no counter hit pop up.
The thing is the spacing, right? That you want to get. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. So if you do the heavy version right there, oh my god, they're back. Hello? I don't know how to play Marisa anymore. Right.
No.
I haven't been using Marisa for. Oh, there we go. See, there's a spacing in which this is very bad. So you want to use the light, push them away, then try and get whatever out of there, right?
So you're saying that the light version of Gladius is safer than the what's it called, the heavy one?
Yeah, look, so if I stand here, if I put my foot into the get back, okay, so I'm putting my foot right into the intersection of this line, right? If I do the
Okay.
heavy version, look where I end up, right? If I do the light, then this happens, see?
Oh, you're not even crossing like the first little,
Yeah,
like the first black line.
she doesn't go as forward afterwards, right? When doing the light
Yeah.
version, so that's why it's not because of the pushback of the opponent. It's rather than her pushing herself forward afterwards, right?
Mm.
And that's why you don't want to be using the heavy version in neutral, because if you do this and for whatever reason you whiff, it's a lot easier. Look at that. Do you see that?
Yeah.
This is very easy to punish compared to the light one, right? Sometimes you're here to do the light one and they try to punish with whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they whiff their punish and then you punish their punish.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Is there like any use for the medium Gladius then? Or is it just like mostly just like the light one that should be my go-to when like playing out neutral?
I don't know. I guess it's an in between thing, I guess. But I have almost never used the medium version. Compared to using like the light phalanx or the medium phalanx or the heavy phalanx, then I don't know. I never use medium Gladius. I don't see any, I definitely use light Gladius and heavy Gladius for different things, but medium, I have no recollection of. Oh, I do it. I use it when this, right? Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see. What should we go for next? Do you have any questions so far?
Not at the moment. I mean, like, it's just like, like when you were playing Root earlier, I mean, it's kind of just hard for Marisa to deal with like Shoto buttons in general. So like,
for the way you play, yes.
Okay, am I supposed to just like perfect parry everything, or like?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. It's getting better spacing, right? Because again, one of your biggest mistake, I'd say, is always looking to get into this space, right? You're always getting into the red zone area, dude. This is safe zone. Like nothing is happening here. We can measure what each other want to do. But once you get in here, buttons will start flying. So why are you putting yourself into this range, right?
Yeah.
Why are you constantly going for that space, right? That's your number one issue that you definitely need to correct, right? It's okay to do it once, twice, sometimes here and there. Try to make them, use the resources and you block them, right? So I used 3 bars there. You got a perfect parry. You could have done something else to get more bars off me, right?
Yeah.
The resource game is also very important. So that's one thing that I'd say it's good, but again, nothing should be spammable. Like you cannot go for the same strategy over and over and over. For this pattern of we're here, like I drop you down and then you walk forward and then you put yourself again into this range where everything hits, right?
Yeah.
See, instead of that, you sometimes want to get out and see if they want to press buttons. They don't want to press button, then you try to, add your own game plan into it, right? Then you can do this. You can do this here again, but then you just step back, right? Again, you don't want to just walk back, right? I do this, I push you away, right? I get back, I get out. Okay, I got out, so we start over again with the neutral. Then, all right, nothing happens. I put my pressure on you. I do this stuff, and then see when you try to get your turn, buttons start flying. See, I don't need to go forward. If I had gone forward there, your heavy kick would have hit me, right?
Yeah.
So even if I block it, that's a chunk of my drive gauge right there. See, I definitely want to stay away from that, right? So yeah, that's like the number one thing for you, right? Try
So
to.
like,
Mhm.
so like if I'm starting pressure, then like, should I like be like, if like my opponent isn't doing anything, then like I can just like maybe like start like walking in a little bit into your like danger zone and like try like poke you or something. Not like that, but
Okay, um, so here's one thought, right? If I'm like right here, if I'm your opponent, right, and I'm just constantly looking for you to whiff a button, why are you gonna give me that button, right? Look at what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get away from your button. Okay, so I'm never gonna come like right there. But if we are like right here, right, we're doing
Yeah,
neutral,
like
right? If I'm just constantly doing this, right? I'm just whenever you walk forward, I step back and I keep step back, keep getting back. Then why are you gonna give me a button there or yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people try to play the whiff game against Marisa because a lot of people just keep swinging. They keep swinging. They keep at it. They keep pressing buttons. They cannot be just quiet, waiting for a button, taking spaces, and using relatively safe buttons or long range buttons like this, right? So we play neutral here. So at this range, you can definitely throw in a Gladius right here, right? Then you get away. Then I'm waiting for a Gladius. It's not coming out, so I'm just gonna put myself out there, right? Another thing is that when your opponent is right here at you, I see a lot of people trying to go for Gladius here, and it's a terrible idea.
Yeah, because then can just grab you.
Yeah, grab you, hit you, whatever. This is not the range for Gladius. This is the range for Gladius. This is the range for Gladius. But definitely not here. Not up close. So
Yeah.
So if you block for example, so we are we are at this exchange right here, and then I'm too close, and then I suddenly throw a Gladius at this range is not good, right?
Yeah.
Definitely want your space for throwing Gladius. It's pretty much like the Hadouken, right? You don't see Ryu's throwing Hadoukens here, so it's the same thing for Gladius, right? You maybe you want to be sneaky, and do something like this, but again, it's kind of right?
Yeah.
You have to work on getting out of the area sometimes. You get in, you get out, you study your opponent. What buttons do they like to press? Are they gonna at this range? Are they gonna throw the crouching medium kick? If I see it, I punish, or I try to I try a little bit of poking, right? And then I can happen to get that out there, right? I was talking to somebody the other day. I think it was yesterday class or the day before. I got so many standing heavy kick punish counters, and he was like, "How are you doing this? How are you getting that reaction?" And I'm like, "No, that's not a reaction, right? I'm too old for that crap, right? I'm 40 years old, so it's like I cannot do and this is a 15 frames button, right? To be able to whiff punish with this, you cannot definitely see a button and then react to this. It's very, very hard to do, right? So what you do is you are in a range, and then you start seeing your opponent pressing buttons like mad, right? So you see that, and then you just do it, right? You throw it out there, and because your opponent is doing that, you're getting the punish counter, right? It's definitely not because I saw it. It's because I thought it might come, right? And in particular in the corner, right? So if I'm in the corner, protecting the corner and whatnot, right? And I see you pressing buttons. If I don't see you pressing buttons, I will not throw a heavy kick as often, right? So if I see you doing that, then it'll fly, right?
Yeah.
Or that'll fly, right? It depends, right? So yeah, again, it's studying your opponent, seeing at what range buttons start being pressed, right? So if we are here and then I suddenly get here into you, what are you gonna do about it, right? Normally for you start swinging, right? You start going for this, start going for stuff, right? So what I do is like I go in and say try to get out, or I try to push you out, and then I see things that might come out. And if I don't see anything, then I need to recover the same space that I used for trying to bait you into pressing buttons. I need to recover it, right? So it's like, okay, so I'm gonna go at it, right? There you go. Oh, that was supposed to hit. Right. So yeah, another thing that I noticed is that you never punish my own Gladius, and it's like, okay, so that is free, right? So I can just do Gladius here, and you're not gonna expect or do anything again because you like to go for that range. It's like, yeah, my Gladius is almost guaranteed, right? You're always constantly looking to walk forward, and that's like my safe thing to do, right? Yeah, see, you just put yourself out there for danger, right? Instead of trying to stay away from it to punish it, right? There you go. See, that's how you do this stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Any more questions that you might have? And then we go and watch some of your replays.
Yeah. Trying to think right now. So like, should I like, especially on training mode, and if I want to like try against like Shoto specifically, like just like when they like do like certain block strings or whatever, like they drive rush like medium punch, like say it's Ryu, and do I just like go into training room to see what I can punish, like after like a?
I can tell you right now. If you see a Ryu doing drivers into medium punch, you do absolutely nothing, right? Ryu's standing medium punch is very, very strong, right? It's like he's +3 in your face, so you cannot really throw anything out there to punish him, right?
Yeah. So like, am I supposed to just like, if he's not throwing a low, then should I like anticipate with like a EX Scutum or EX Gladius?
You could do that. Yeah, I guess you could do that. Yeah, if you studied your opponent enough. But again, if trying to do something out of this is very, very dangerous, right? So in situations like this, you're you're not in an advantage, right? Maybe not so much with Marisa because yeah, the most she can get is like a +2, but then you can definitely try and sneak an OD Gladius out there, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Yeah, but still. Okay. So yeah, you can OD Gladius a lot of things, right? Most people I know don't use it nearly enough as they should. But again, this is a process of observation. It's like if you see them going for high attacks after drivers, then by all means, okay, just throw this out. And if you can level 3 after that, then go ahead and pull the trigger, right?
Yeah.
Or you can do the Scotum, I guess, as well. But or you can even drive reversal, I guess, and
yeah.
But all of the options are very are still risky, right? If I do this and then you try to go for the all the Gladius, then you're gonna get thrown, right? And you're gonna lose 2 bars.
3 bars altogether if I like get grabbed out of it.
So
I didn't mean to do that.
So it's also a risk, right? But yeah, you could go for those options once in a while, right? Especially if you hadn't showed them that you want to be doing that. So all right, want to see some of your replays then?
Yes, please.
Alright. I'm gonna stream over here in Discord.
Okay.
Watch. See how many Pete Webers.
I have one from my PC account with Kimberly, but like most of them should be from my PS5.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna watch. Okay. So you're destroying people.
I will say,
Not the bison. Not the bison. Not the bison. I'll
yeah,
watch
not
the
the
reel.
yeah. Actually, I would say keep scrolling down because this dude's connection was kind of ass.
Okay. Okay.
If you just scroll down, yeah, I'm sure they'll have like some replays from like either Akuma. Like sometimes like Akuma can be good. Like sometimes I'm really good against Kuma. Some days I'm just like getting owned. Fucking Jury has been the bane of my existence. Pretty much every time I like play one.
Oof. Okay. Oh, let's watch this. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
It's always replay reviews is always gonna be losses. It's never gonna be wins.
With all your heart.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Time to play.
All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, what an ugly color, dude. All right, see. Okay, so we need to start with an exercise here. I do this with low level players because they don't really know how to observe. But I think this will benefit you as well, right? For the first 3 seconds of a match, don't do anything offensive, right? Don't be throwing gladius, don't be jumping forward, don't even walk forward. Walking forward like puts you in this situation right here, right? Not only you walk forward, but you jump forward, right? Don't walk forward. Just stay here. Maybe take a little step backwards and try to counter whatever is coming your way, right? If they go into drive rush, just press crouching medium punch or standing medium kick. If they jump in, then by all means anti-air. If they get too close, then start fighting and pushing back. But just observe your opponent and try to regulate your mental stack and getting into this feeling on how to observe your opponent instead of constantly doing something, right? You need to keep switching between doing stuff and watching your opponent do stuff in order to you to be able to study them, right? Alright, so you come in, you jump in, alright, you're lucky he didn't go for the entire. Okay, so this is very nice, right? You should know that this is very risky, right? Because you're -3 and this could have reached, but it's like I don't know what the hell happened.
Somehow
there,
it didn't. Somehow it didn't.
But all right, we take those, right?
I like I said, I messed up my quarter circle pack. I definitely could have gotten the safe jump setup.
Yeah, see what happens here. All right, so you need to come here and you know fix these things, right? And be like, again with the exercise that I just put you in. This is gonna be fixed in no time, right? You just press
absolutely.
back.
I'm only like a month and a half into leverless.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I guess close to 2 months now, but like, I'd say like month and a half since switching from stick to leverless. So like, that's literally like as soon as I hop on like Street Fighter, I like go to the training room just to like practice my quarter circle backs. That's because like I think I have everything else. I did learn some like a new way to do DPs now, thanks to you. So I'll definitely be practicing that. But like, yeah, quarter circle backs right now are just bad for me right now.
Yeah, I mean, especially because I mean, again, the way to train combos now, like when you slow this down, see, you went into neutral, right? You went into neutral. You didn't press anything else, which is nice. But now to perform this, remember, go super slow, like the slowest possible that you can go for this to combo, right? And get that feeling out there. All right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, going for this, this thing. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, this happens because you were mashing the forward heavy punch for the Dima. See, you get these 2 hits, which is really bad, right? You can only do this on drivers, but Alright, this is a miss input here. Okay, so you need to also practice this. Oh. You get a counter hit cross up with light kick.
And then yeah, but I go for the light into light Dema, and then I literally could have done like back heavy punch or standing medium punch.
Yeah,
since it was on counter hit.
Yeah, you need to practice that reaction, right? So you get that out there.
Get parried. Yep.
Yeah, unfortunate. But now
I was thinking about going grab too right there too, but I was like, oh, maybe try to jump. So I'll scope it out, see how he reacts to this one.
Yeah, this is completely fine. I mean, this. But now you need to have this feeling that maybe this person presses parry too much on wake up. Maybe you need to put that to test later on. What happened here?
I'm just pressing buttons. Yeah.
You were pressing a heavy button on wake up.
I think I was trying to like heavy Gladius. I'm not gonna lie, just to like, cause I didn't see him go for the low, so like armor through like the first hit of whatever like button she was coming in.
No. On wake up, this is not a thing like ever, right? You know that.
I mean, I
guess
if
you didn't know that.
Okay, I don't know that. Yeah.
Okay, so when you do the regular Gladius, the armor comes out. Let's see, you use the heavy one. The armor starts at the 5th frame, right?
Yeah.
The only armor that starts at the 1st frame is the OD version. So if you ever want to wake up with Gladius, it has to be the OD one, right? Or if you see like way so much base, like maybe when they want to shimmy, like if they walk back and you wake up and then nothing happens and they're walking backwards, then you can probably go for a Gladius, for a regular Gladius and not OD. Alright, so now it's the guess game, right? Oh, this Gladius here. Right?
I think I got whip punished. Never mind.
No, you maybe don't get whiff punished, but look at the space he's giving you, right?
Yeah,
so,
like a whole lot.
Yeah, so the idea of watching replays after the lesson is after what I taught you. How do you see your own gameplay, right? So we talked about the cage right here, right? And she's definitely outside there, and definitely not the range for Gladius, like at all, right? You need to take a couple steps forward and then see what happens, right? Maybe you can throw the Gladius after walking forward, but if you see them walking back after that, then you shouldn't be using Gladius, right? Oh yeah, so here's you swing and a miss, and then you do that, and then you miss, and then you missed again, right?
Yup.
All right, so in a situation like this, right? Okay, so if you already whiffed the first Gladius, right? Why are you throwing another one in this situation, right?
Yeah.
She 3 seconds before this, she saw that Gladius, right? So she's expecting it to happen again, right? But I blocked. No. You need to be careful, right? Whenever you press drive rush, right? It's like inserting a chip into a casino machine, right? You do this, and then you stopped it, right? But you need to be careful about how you use your resources when you're low on life.
Yeah.
Right? So if he had waken up with crouching medium kick, he would have been dead anyways, right?
Yeah.
Definitely be a little bit more on the lookout. Oh, there you go, whipping the Gladius. Again, remember,
-5.
yeah,
Yup.
this is -5, and you get kicked in the face for that. Shield on the jump. Oh, damn. Oof, that DI.
And then I just die. Yup. Yup.
Yeah, it's a couple of in here. There were a couple of micro decisions that just didn't land. Right, I don't
Yeah.
really need, I don't nitpick as much.
Mhm.
Like if she goes drive rush and then stops and walk backs and she baits your grab, what am I gonna tell? Don't grab? No, it's just like it's how it is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what happened here?
I got owned. That's what.
What?
I
No.
I like do so. I sometimes do good against Marissa's, but then I just get like owned by my own character. It's like, oh man.
Too old to be fighting. That's
Huh.
funny. Anyone else in particular that you want to see?
Lily, just cause she's awkward. I don't know what it
Ooh.
is. I think she has like good tools to deal with Marissa's shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I don't even know how to like whiff punish her because she's using sticks and like I
Yeah.
mean like I'm a
What you should
maybe there's like a
know.
arm.
What you should
Go
know
ahead,
is that
sorry.
you cannot Gladius her, right? If you try to, oh wait, if you try to Gladius her, she's gonna crouching heavy punch and be annoying. This is a pain in the ass. This button is a pain in the ass, right?
Yeah.
The good thing is that because she's gonna be constantly looking to do this, right?
Hmm.
Against your Gladius, you can bait her to do this and you can punish that. That's the counterplay, right? But let's see what's going on. You shouldn't be doing that. Definitely do not um, try to counterplay spacing against the sticks.
Hmm.
Right, so look at this range. This is no range to be throwing that out against Lily, right?
Yeah. Because then she can whip punish pretty
Hmm.
easily.
There you go. That was a good one, I guess. Nice. You went for the.
I think I mess up this punish. Please don't roast me. Never mind. Oh. I messed it up. Never mind.
You missed the second half of it. Anti-airs.
Nope.
Oh, don't tell me you lose this round. No, right?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Neutral jump. Yeah, you can also use neutral jump sometimes against people, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Neutral jump. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Let's talk about this decision right here. Not that one. This one, right?
Hmm.
What exactly are you looking for that you threw this out there, right? So, I want you to start thinking, why are you doing the things that you're doing, right? In this matchup, Phalanx is really almost useless, right?
Hmm.
So in matchups, so what is Phalanx for, right? It's an anti-fireball tool and a combo tool, primarily, right?
Yeah.
So when you throw this out there in neutral like this, it's just here, take this package and deal with this, right? You definitely don't want to be playing like that. You want to smooth that out when you throwing things out. There has to be a reason for you to be doing stuff, right? At least at this point in the round, right? You should have maybe if you see some pattern, maybe if you see them going for crouching medium kick or whatever, but Lily doesn't use that. So this phalanx right here is pretty useless, right?
Yeah, I think I was trying to go for like based off from like my inputs. I think I was trying to do a Gladius
Oh.
And instead, and then like I think I maybe mispressed, and then basically came out as a DP. So that's why I did Superman punch instead.
Hmm.
Um, it could be
It
that.
looks very Superman punchy to me, eh?
Yeah,
You press
yeah,
forward
yeah,
and then down.
yeah, yeah,
But alright. And then anti-airing with the eye. Never do
yeah,
that. Never ever do
yeah.
that. This is the first mandate of Street Fighter players, right? Oh, you do level 2?
I was trying to level 1. I also just like to press the buttons in between, you know, like if I hit like a super or something, I just, you know, I go crazy.
Mm.
Kind of hard not to on leverless because the key, like the switches on my box are pretty satisfying to hit.
Yeah, what are you using? Akitsune or something?
No, I'm actually using a Hot 42 T13.
Oh, great. I have the T16. It's very good. Huh?
Yeah, my friend told me to get that, but I don't like that many buttons on my controllers, so I just chose the T13.
It's it's not that it's better, it's just options.
Yeah.
Stop the jump in. That could have been a great punish.
Like if I anti-aired or like...
No, if you
Like,
just block.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, that's unsafe on block?
it's very very unsafe on blocking.
If it's,
Very
if it's,
very.
If it's the EX version, I'm assuming it's a little bit safer.
This one? No,
Yeah.
This is super unsafe. No, I don't think there's any safe version for that. This
So my...
absolutely.
Go ahead, sorry.
That's a Winstar, Aspire, GP, Dive. They are all minus 24.
Oh. I thought it was safer if she has like a Windstock. Alright.
No,
Well,
it's,
today I learned, yeah.
yeah, you don't have a frame data application?
I mean, I do. It's like, you know, I'm primarily I used to play a lot of like Smash Bros. So like, you know, like I played fighting games all my life, but I'm better at Smash. But I kind of want to step away from platform fighters to traditional fighters more, just because I want to focus my time and effort into something else.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a app called Ultimate Frame Data, and it also has the frame data of Street Fighter characters. And I also use Fat32.
Yeah, that's the same I have. So when you see the situations like this, right? When you don't actually know exactly how you can punish stuff, it's not always I'm gonna go to the lab and I'm gonna try this situation, see what happens. You need to seeing a minus 24 move is like you can drive rush heavy punch into whatever, right? And now you're just randomly getting hit by stuff. Right?
Yeah.
So see, this is what happens when you're just constantly walking forward, right? Alright. This drive situation right here. You absolutely need to burn her out. Oh. That's unfortunate. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I have a saying with my friends. It's like doing DI without life is my passion.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you should definitely pay attention to that. Oh no.
Yeah, I get supered. Punish counter. T.
No respect for the bar. Alright, so situations like this, again, it's a very good exercise. Do not drive rush. Yeah, do not drive rush. See? You put yourself into this situation right here. This versus this, right? You cannot take the luxury to be drive rushing here. You cannot be drive rushing here. You should be more focused on getting your your bar back.
No anti-airs, and I get hit, and I supered, and then he jumps, and then I just get owned.
Yeah, there was absolutely no need for you to be doing that, dude.
Yeah.
You just, it's like, yeah, I just take the game, right? Just you gave up. Never give up. Never give up.
It's just like, especially with like matchups I'm not too familiar. It's just like, I'm like constantly playing like Shotos, like basically like Shotos, whatever. Like my friend that's like he usually plays like pretty much all the DLC, and like sometimes Rashid, I guess. But like, yeah, I'd like mostly practice against those like like the Shotos.
Archetype. Archetype.
Yeah,
right?
archetype. Yeah. Mostly play those, but when it comes to like, I guess the unconventional characters like Lily or whatever, it's like I have no idea what I'm doing.
Drive gauge, economy. Yeah. Whoa. Look at that.
Yeah, I have little to nothing right now.
Alright, you get back. You cannot stop that with that. You can only stop that if she's very close and you do it at a specific time and you don't hold it. When she goes into that thing, you know, the regular spire, and then she goes into light and then spire, and if you OD Gladius like right there at the moment, then you can counter that. You can also, instead of Gladius, you can Scotum, and then you can counter that.
True. Okay.
Oh no.
I get level 1. Yeah. Should I like if she's just like getting windstock, do I just like respect it or like try to challenge that?
Yeah, at this range there's nothing you can do. But at this range you can definitely try and Quadriga sometimes, right?
Okay.
But yeah, full screen there's nothing you can do about it. Alright, driver, she doesn't have alright. She doesn't have wake up.
Yeah.
She doesn't have wake up. You can abuse that when she doesn't have super.
Is her EXDP not invincible in startup?
I don't think they do that. Invincible to airborne attack and throw some frames 1 to 10. Not strike invincible at all. So yeah.
So I can definitely hit her out of it then.
Yeah. If you try to throw, then you will get hit. But oh man, yeah, you don't want to use the heavy version. You need to use the light version. Try to space it so you hit it with the tip of the toe. And you cannot do this because it takes too long.
Okay.
Oh, don't get hit by the random Odie's fire. All right.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well,
there you go. You got the punish. Watch out for the bar. Do a super. Watch out for the drive gauge. Economy. Don't drive rush forward.
Yeah, I'm really cutting it close.
No, bro.
Yeah.
He's swinging. Whip, and then whoop. It's like you cannot contain yourself. You just let the Marisa take control of yourself, dude.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now?
I was buffering super in case he like Condor spiked.
Yeah, like you. There's no human way for you to react to that. Yeah, see. Even if you were buffering, like, nah. Neutral jump. Ah, neutral jump, you're dead.
Spike. Oh, I hit her somehow.
Oh, come on. You
yeah.
did the hardest thing, and then you mess up the easy thing.
Man.
Well,
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like,
What?
like. So are you like the easy part when I get him to the corner?
yeah, that's the hard part, right? Like this here, you kept your composure. You were trying to buffer, but nothing. Yeah, it didn't come out. So you waited all the way here. You do this, you get the hit, and then like, what are you trying to accomplish here?
I should not have like dashed in the second time.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Why are you trying to dash in here? Like,
I don't know,
and you tried to jump away.
man.
Yeah, right here, right in here. It's standing medium.
Yeah, right
kick.
here. Yep, literally right there. I was literally at the perfect position, and I just fucked myself over right there. Because I was literally underneath the timer. He's all the way in the corner too. And yeah, I like looking at it now. I'm just like, man, I definitely shouldn't have done that second dash in.
Yeah, the Marisa, is taking control.
Ah!
Yeah, see, the Marisa is out there. Oh no.
I mess up, yeah.
Yeah, you cannot. You're looking for tools to deal with the dive attack. And yeah, you're not gonna find it unless you just block, right? So this is something that I tell a lot of people. It's like just block, please. Learn how to just block, and then the rest will come. And I find it surprising that you're letting yourself get hit by that so much, because what I saw was that you like to actually block compared to other students, but I don't know exactly what happened here. Right, you get hit by honestly, this is just silly stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the lack of matchup experience and whatnot,
But yeah, I definitely could be doing stuff better.
you're not neutral jumping enough, and yeah, you're trying to abuse the DI. The DI was not gonna take you anywhere. If she does the counter spire OD, then you would have gotten hit anyways, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Okay.
It's been a fruitful 2-hour session, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Alright, I'm gonna end the recording now and go for the closing thoughts, alright?
Okay.